Funny, I see a message in here. It's starting. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Let me make sure that everybody got the link to the call. Yes. Okay. Good. I'm starting to lose confidence in GoToWebinar because they canceled our meeting today, and we still had the one for the 25th scheduled. I'm like, why in the world would they cancel the meeting for today? But they did regardless. So we had to kind of scramble there at the last minute. Anyways, let me see if I can find, I got Miss Connie Joe here with me today. She actually took the kids in early so she could be on the call. She can't always do that. But maybe I can get her to share some things with what she's been learning too. That might be an inspiration to y'all. We'll see. Okay. Herbert's saying you have GoToWebinar set to every 2 weeks. Is that what it is? We didn't set it that way. Let me see if you're right. Hold on. Let me see if you're right. Let's see. January 11. Okay, wait. 18. Huh. Herbert, I think you're right. Okay. We will get that. I didn't even know you could do it every 2 weeks. I thought you could only do it every week or every month or all right. Okay. Good. Well, now we know what the problem is. So we'll get that fixed. It'll always be the same PopLink, everything else. Are you feeling okay? Yep, I am feeling fine. I'm kind of in recalibration mode, trying to figure out I need to do something different, but I'll share that with y'all. Do you want to say good morning?
Hey guys, good morning.
They can't see you. We're both in black.
I know.
Wow, crazy. Okay. Yeah, nice haircut. Actually, you know what? She gave me my haircut.
Always.
Yeah. So there's a little bit like that bugs me, that little, but I guess I'm lucky to still have my hair, everybody said, right? So I don't even have to leave the house to get my haircut now, right? So okay, so let me just take a look at the attendees here, and let me see who is on the call and who's not on the call. Okay, cool. All right, so here's the thing. We will be in heavy testing for probably the next 3 weeks. And what's happening is, are you starting to notice the changes to the different pages? 1 minute you open up, yeah, look at that. That's so funny. Does she use the Flowbee? You know what's so funny about that? I actually used to own the Flowbee. Do you remember the Flowbee? No. The yellow thing that attached to the vacuum cleaner and it.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, now I do.
That was the Flowbee. I bought that Flowbee on TV. That thing was, they oversold that thing. It did not work as advertised. That's when I learned to wear ball caps, right? I had some of the worst haircuts in my life with the Flowbee. So I don't recommend. I know when COVID hit, nobody could go to the haircut. The sales on the Flowbee went through the roof. Everybody's getting on eBay and everything trying to get the Flowbee. But regardless, so we're going to be in heavy testing for the next 3 weeks. Now you're saying, are you kidding me? No, this is the proper way. I told you there was 3 phases. Phase number 1 was the conversions on the lead page. Now, much to my surprise, I'm seeing anywhere from 60, anywhere from 35 to 45 to 55 to 65 to 75. I received a screenshot the other day of somebody had a 95% conversion, and that's the highest conversion I've ever seen in my life. So I don't even know what that's about. Did you all see that page? It had a big green button in the group. I encourage you all to share images, share pages, share what's working. Just don't put links in the group. That's all I ask. Don't put links in the group, but share pages and everything else. But I'll open up my account because from the admin account, I'm able to monitor all the traffic blasts. So when I see something that's not right, I'm able to, or even Chris is able to see it. We're able to go in there and dial that in and say, okay, what's wrong with this page? How can we get this person help real fast? But what's happening actually is opposite. Like we're seeing like record conversions with step one. So step one, yeah, see, Marcus is saying opt-in 39%, 58%, 53%, one sale. If y'all want to share your percentages with me real quick, and by the way, we have not actually officially started the Wednesday calls yet. I'm still putting this together. Yeah, Pierce says, yes, it was me. 95% opt-in, dropping down to 93. Only 2 people did not opt in. Pierre, do you have a mic right now? Because I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put you on the spot. How many of you want to hear from Pierre for a minute? You guys want to hear from Pierre just for a minute? Okay, good. That way, that'll give me a break. Let me find him real quick. Pierre, I'm going to make you an organizer, and you should certainly be able to turn your mic on, but you can also turn your camera on if you want to talk to me for a minute. If you want to talk to us for a minute. All you got to do is hit that little microphone button. And while he's doing that, let me look at some of the other comments over here. Let's see, 38% opt-in, 45% opt-in. Kenny Johnson, 120 opt-ins, 41%. Let's say, so then I see Glenna that says 6 days, 3 clicks, no leads. Something's very, very wrong with that, right? David, 65 new contacts, 63 tag fires, 343 emails sent, 59 workflows. Craig Wakefield, 34% opt-in. Let me see if we can get Pierre to talk. Are you there, Pierre? I can't hear you. Is he talking? Let me make sure. I see his microphone's unmuted. Can you hear me, Pierre? I won't bite you. Can you talk? He's not talking yet. Okay. Let's see. JR is saying 52% opt-in, no sales yet. Let's see. DeSuze says 81 cents, 70 opens, 1 click. What's your opt-in percentage, DeSuze? Okay. Pierre, can you hear me? 29% opt-in. Okay. Let's see. I'd really like to get you talking. Awkward. Let's see. He's unmuted. We can't hear you, buddy. What you might do is go to your audio controls and make sure you're on the right microphone. You guys don't hear him, right? Like it's not my speakers. Okay, Pierre, type in the chat here and go to webinar. Let me know if you can hear what I'm saying right now. Can you at least hear me? Because I'm gonna give you some instructions here. Let me make sure you can hear me. Man, I made him organizer and he probably just flipped out. I was like, nope, don't want it. I'm out. Okay, well, Pierre, if you can hear me, and I'd like you to confirm in the comments that you can hear me, I'm going to keep going. Oh, we're seeing your screen. We're seeing your screen. We're seeing all your private messages too. Oh my gosh. Oh, Pierre, you're killing me. All you have to do is say something. It's not that hard. Is it that hard?
Can he type in? Is he talking?
No, he's not telling me nothing. He just like disappeared out in the ozone, just clicking buttons, just zoom, just, yeah, click, 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 click.
He's not even saying anything then.
Okay. Well, Pierre, if you can hear me, if you're still alive, if the GoToWebinar monster didn't like gobble you up, I don't know where you went, just interrupt me if you get it. Is that cool? Just jump in here and interrupt me if you get it. By the way, if there's people that need an affiliate link approved, would you please type in the chat, let me know. So Kush needs an affiliate link approved. Who is here to get their affiliate link approved? Type in the chat, let me know. Hey, Chad, Kush here. I wanted to see if I would be receiving an affiliate link. Yeah, we'll get you approved right now. Miss Connie Joe's going to get you approved. All right. Go ahead. let's see, who else? Anybody else? Anybody else here to get their affiliate link approved? You can just go ahead and type in the webinar chat and we will get you approved right now. If you'll go through and just approve anybody that's got that code.
Okay.
And just let me know who they are so I can call them out. There's a lot of
Just
people.
make sure you put the code on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I hope to hear from Pierre. Anyways, we're fairly good with phase one. It's a matter of helping everybody understand, what makes a good lead capture page, what makes a good conversion. How many of you, let me ask you this. The most important thing that we can do here is teach you this business. How many of you believe that you are actually learning how this business works? We got a screen. We got sign of life over here from Pierre. But I want to hear your voice, buddy. Nope, not yet. Okay, he'll figure it out. I have confidence. So yeah, Herbert's learning, Carol's learning, David's learning, Asia's learning, Kenny's. Yeah, okay. So phase one was how do we get the highest conversion to get the leads going in? Phase two, how do we get the highest conversion on the sales page? So is there anybody that has seen the different versions of the sales page? Who has seen? Let me see if I can go ahead and pull them up really quick. Okay. Give me just a minute. Hold on a minute. / I'm going by memory here. That's kind of scary. Okay. Let me show you a secret of what we can do so that I don't necessarily want I don't necessarily want everybody to disrupt the conversions. I'm gonna tell you what I mean here in a second, okay? So let me show you how you can see this because I want it to be a learning process for you while we're in the building stage here, okay? I would give anything to have my memory back. Okay, here we go. View context. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. We're still waiting on you, Pierre. He's going to be focused this whole entire time on trying to get his mic working. He's going to miss the whole entire message. All right. And by the way, just so you all know, I have really pissed Perry off today because we have the Driven Mastermind today. And he's like, you're going to be there, right? Like, I need you to be there. Like, you're going to speak in the morning, right? Nope. I got my Wednesday call. Sorry. So anyways, okay, let me go ahead and show you over here. Okay. Can you all see? Let's see, webcam. Let's see, make another, hold on a minute. Now it's not letting me do it. What did I do wrong? Okay. I see. All right. Show my screen. Let me make sure I'm showing the right screen. Okay. Can you all see my screen right now? So I'm going to show you something, and I don't know which is which. Okay. Right now, if you look up here, okay, I'll explain that here in a minute. If you look up here, succeedwithchad.com/digi-distributor. This is not your affiliate link, but this is where your affiliate link will point to. If we go through here, here's one test. And there's mild little things that you might not know, but it's making a difference. For instance, we put the videos up at the top. We change the color of the buttons. There's all kinds of little things that are being tested. We have this video here. How many of you watch this video? Very, very compelling video, right? Well, it might be that we just take that video and we put that up at the top. We'll test that here in a little bit, right? So for 3 weeks, we're just going through and changing different things and turning stuff off on mobile. And now we moved some of the videos down here. And then we have 2 blocks of videos down here. And then some of these things, I think some of them we said we called it a bonus. Like there's all kinds of little things that we're doing and we're testing. Well, when you look on the phone, you're not going to see this section. You're not going to see this section. You're not going to see this section. You won't even see this section. And the reason why is because we know that the majority of traffic's on the phone. So we're testing that out. But now watch. If I put a -1 right here, now we're going to a different version of the same page. And so there's some things that are different on this. The main thing that's different on this, there's no walkthrough video. So this is a true split test, guys. We have the affiliate link rotating through the 4 different pages right now to try to figure out, okay, which one works the best? And that becomes our control. Once we have our control, then we're going to try to beat our control. So if I take the same exact link and if I put -2, now you're going to see that we have a whole new look altogether. And the pages before this one are actually doing better. So same video, red button, same placement for everything else, okay? Now we have the demo video. Are y'all starting to understand this? So you might look at this and say, man, I don't see much difference, but I'm here to tell you that this is all making a massive, massive difference, okay? Now, if we come over here and if we do this again, if we go like this, number 3, this one has the new video on it. So we're out there driving traffic to this one as well. And right now, the $27 price point is doing better than the $7 price point. I have a feeling that when people watch the demo video, a $97 or $67 price point might do better than a $27 price point. But we won't know until we see this. So a lot of people are messaging me and they're saying, hey, when I click my affiliate link, it shows something different. Something's broke. No, it's not that it's broke. It's we're going through and we're trying to figure out what is the best converting design so that we have our control. Does that make sense to everybody? Is that making sense to everybody?
Can you listen to me? Can you hear me?
Nope, we don't hear you, Pierre.
Oh.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Super excited with this great tool.
Awesome. Do you want to turn on your camera or no? Are you still in your pajamas?
Yes, I'm trying to understand how this is.
There's one that looks like a little camera. Ah, there he is. Yay! He did it. I knew I had faith in you. I said, dude, if this guy's getting a 95% conversion, surely he can turn on his camera.
Yeah. Well, I have to say I asked Paul to give me a big hand on this, and it's just incredible. 95%. Only 2 people did not opt in. Crazy.
Yeah, that's and I'm people might think this is set up or something. Not set up, right? I haven't even talked to you about this. No. I saw a screenshot in the group and I said right away, I said something's wrong. That's just not possible. Those numbers are not possible. Like, I've been in the business a long time. Never, ever, 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 ever have I ever seen a number that high.
I made some little priors, so maybe.
So before we get started, where are you at? No. Like, where are you physically at right now?
I'm in Paris.
Paris, France, you lucky dog. So let me ask you a question. Do you have those funny little outlets?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Your electrical outlets. Like when I was in Paris, I can remember having to slide a card to turn the lights on or something. And then your outlets, none of them worked with my computers.
Yeah, the same when I was in LA. Same.
So we got even with you, right? Okay, cool. Man, we got to go out to Paris one of these times.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Would you give us
anytime.
a tour?
You have to give us that local tour.
Yeah, come on.
Do you think this little Latina girl would do all right with us in Paris?
Of course.
I think so.
Do you know a good place where we can get some crepes?
Yeah, at home we can make some here. That's the best
No,
way.
you don't have to cook for me. I'm saying, do you know a little place on the corner where we can get some crepes?
Yeah, it's much. I know a lot of places. I grow in Paris, so
Paris.
Paris. Je suis né à Paris, donc.
Nice. You're lucky, man. You're lucky. Paris is beautiful. Okay. So, what was your conversion again?
Right now is 93%.
93, but it was 95.
95, yeah.
All
One
but-
people did not opt in. Now 2.
Like, damn that person, right? Like you could have had 100%. I would reach out to them and say, you know what? I got a gift coming your way. That's crazy. So that's the highest conversion I've ever seen. I've done this for a very, very long time. It didn't make sense. When they told me, I said, nope, something's wrong. I went back, I looked at the stats, I looked at the leads, I looked at everything. I'm like, that's real. That's real. So I looked at your page, same kind of text and everything. I noticed you're using a green button. So here's the thing, man. This is, folks, I need y'all to understand that. Yeah, it was cold traffic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I need y'all to understand. That page, do you want to share that page? Do you want to show them what it looks like or not?
Sure.
Okay. While he's pulling that up, let me help you understand something. If I remember from memory, and my memory is not great, but there's a big, huge green button on that page. If we were to change that button to red, he might get 100%, he might get 80%. If we were to change the button to blue, he might get 100%, he might get 80%. So the only way that we know for sure is what?
Testing.
Test. Now, let me ask you something, Pierre. Did this business become smaller for you?
I don't think so. It's getting clearer, and it's.
Let me rephrase that. Okay, it's one of those things where I'm trying to hit on less is more. Do you understand that if you can get that page to where you have the highest conversion, can you not go into Traffic Blast and just do that over and over and over and over and over and build a huge list, learn how? I'm going to put Miss Connie Joe on the spot here because guess what she's been doing? Why don't you tell them what you've been doing all week?
A lot.
Yeah, but what's the main thing you've been doing?
I am a JV manager for Chris Jenkins. So I've been recruiting a bunch of big affiliates, like a lot, like all over. Just sending a message.
That's not what I wanted you to say. What have you been learning like here in
told you a lot. Email. Emailing.
She's been emailing.
Crazy.
She's been studying.
Yeah.
She's like hopping on YouTube. She's hopping on TikTok. She's learning how to write subject lines. She's learning how to get the click in an email. She's learning about promotions. She's learning about give, sell, give, sell, give, sell. Do y'all understand this? So if he's focused, what you learn from Paul and everything about optimizing that page, changing the color of the buttons, adding the ... versus an exclamation point, putting the word finally there instead of what you had, but like those little things, folks, are what you need to do. And you look at a page, the one page clearly was different, but if I was just to throw up 4 of the same pages, you'd look at it and you go, well, that's the same page. Yeah, from because we're so close to it, yeah. But what you don't know is down below, I said, and here's the bonus that's included versus here's the 4 things you get, here's the 3 pieces of software you get. There's a difference in wording, or there's a demo video versus not having a demo video. These things make a huge difference. It's a matter of being profitable right out of the get-go versus losing money. The higher conversion you get, the more people come in the door, which means the more people open your email, which ultimately means the more sales potential is there. So, Pierre, you could become an expert on just using PopLinks. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand all these mechanisms, and Paul just copycat all the settings from someone else who was having I guess something like 45 opt-in or 50% opt-in, and then he just changed the typo of the first line, and then this happens.
Well, here's the thing. So you say, I'm trying to understand all this. Folks, I can't stress this enough. The way that he is seeing something and the way that I am seeing something are completely different right now. How many of you are seeing a big, huge system with all these moving parts? How many of you are seeing a big system with all these moving parts? Type in the chat, let me know. Who is seeing that? That's option number one. You're seeing a big system where we've done all the work for you and you have all these moving parts. Or how many of you are seeing 3 components?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I am seeing 3 components. I'm seeing 3 components. Paul, forget about PopLinks. What if I told you, even though I made it where you can choose a category and you can build millions of pages if you want to, okay? What if I told you you only need 1 page, Paul, or I'm sorry, Pierre, you only need 1 page. 1 page to build the biggest list you want. 1 page. That's it.
No,
That's it. You don't have to have a lot of pages. 1 page. And could you go back to the same traffic source? Yes. Could you try new traffic sources? Yes. 1 page. How many offers do you need? 1 offer to build your list for free. So you're over here getting excited because you're learning about the optimization for the first component. I blew past that when I got my 50% conversion. I said, okay, let's move on. Now I'm over here optimizing the conversion for the sales page, which allows you to build your list for free. So for me, folks, I see 3 components, 3 steps, 3 stages. Step number 1, where he is. How do I get the very best conversion for my lead capture page? You don't have to have thousands of pages. You don't have to have 20 pages. You only need to have 1. And you never, ever, ever, ever stop working on that page, Pierre. You take that page that's doing really well, and we've given you the ability to clone it. Okay? Now, test it. Well, what if I change just this 1 word? Does my conversion go up? Do more people enter their emails, or does it go down? If it goes down, go back to your control. Okay, what if I make the button red? Does it go up? Does it go down? You have a control that you're always working with, and you always try to beat your control. Does that make sense to everybody? You always try to beat your control. Okay? So here's the thing. 3 phases. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Pierre. Look at this a little bit different. It's getting smaller. I want it to get smaller for you.
Yeah, it's getting very clear, and each time clearer again, and more and more and more clear. I'm so gladful to be around you. It's amazing how many value you are giving to us, and this is really a life-changing game.
Good. I'm glad you learned. So we got you past phase 1. All right, phase 2. I'm working on the sales conversions like you see, and I'm working with Chris, and I'm working with Paul, and we'll get it. It's nothing new for me. I've done this a million times. There's folks, no matter what, the only way you can fail at this is if you're not delivering. How many of you need to hear that right now? The only way you can fail is if you don't deliver. See, I don't care what the product is. No matter what, I can get a page to convert. As long as I have patience and as long as I understand that if I change that button from green to red, it goes up. If I change a word from this to this, it goes up. If I change this, it goes up. If I change this, it goes up. due diligence, yeah, but no matter what, it'll convert. There's no way it can't. So where do people go wrong? Where people go wrong is when they don't understand that they got to work on conversions. And the second part is when they get conversions where it needs to be and then they don't deliver. That's where people go wrong in this business. Well, we have the most incredible product to offer somebody. I'm sure you all would agree. Okay. So all I have to do is keep doing my part, which I'm over here doing. And then the third part, which is definitely the hardest, because we've done everything we can to make PopLinks super easy. Would you agree, Pierre?
That's super, super easy. Yeah.
Okay, good.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. So the last part, which is the hardest part, which is what Connie's learning, we've given you a base. I've written you base emails to get you started. There. But what happens is when you learn to continue what it was I taught you when you created the bridge video, when you learn to talk to your list like they are your friend, think about it. I want you all to go through. How many of you are subscribed to marketers? Type in the chat, let me know. Y'all getting some emails from marketers, yes or no? There's probably, I want you to type in the chat here, give me the name of a marketer that you really appreciate. Who do you, and it's not because their software is great. You really like their emails. Their subject line grabs your attention. The email gets you to click. Who is it?
You.
Okay. Vicky says Jim Edwards. Okay. Who else? Gar. Let's see. Glenna says Ray, the video guy. Margot says Perry Belcher. Mike says Ken. Steve says Ben Murray. Okay. Keep going. Frank Kern. John said Frank Kern. Dr. Jim said Frank Kern. Okay, keep going. Mark Joyner. All right. David Sharp. Adil Chowdhury. You starting to recognize some of these names?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Jeff Walker. Matt Basak. Mary Godelis. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Brian Anderson. Yeah. So Simon Warner, ask yourself the reason why. Why? What? Okay. So all those people, Steve Rosenbaum, all those people, Perry, Jim Edwards, James Wedmore, all Brian Tracy. So we have technical people here. We have inspirational people. We have people that are controversial, right? So tell me the reason why, folks. Type in the chat. Tell me the reason why. Why do you like these people so much? Why are you opening their emails? What is it? And this is going to help Connie as well. Why? What's the reason why you're opening those emails? Headlines, entertaining, lots of information. Charisma seems to be speaking directly to me. They are real, have had consistency, good info, good products, fear of missing out. The person who sent it, they deliver and keep it personal, good full information, and somewhat caring tone. What else? I want the value. Paul Myers, talk to this audience like they are already a close friend. So we're hearing that tone a lot. We're hearing that people feel like they're being talked to as a friend. Helpful. What else? They want me to succeed. What else? What else? This is good stuff. Is this helping you?
Oh, yeah.
Is this helping you, Pierre?
Yeah.
Because see, here's the thing. You're building lists, dude.
I'm following many marketers, and most of them just want to sell something.
No.
And I know some of them are sending every day many emails, and then my inbox is just full. And they are not giving things simple, giving access to their word. They just want to sell. And not a lot of people are giving, selling, giving, selling. And when I find someone like this, I just listen and follow and discover a new word. It's very rare to see people really caring about us succeeding, having this or this software or any kind of training, but they just want us to get results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely want you to get results. So let me ask you this: what topics do you guys like to hear about in your email? And by the way, what's the best way, folks, for me to find out these answers?
Asking.
See that answer right there? Are you starting to understand how all this is working now? Do you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Survey.
Vicky asked us, yeah.
Survey. So how incredible would it be? How incredible would it be if Pierre puts out a survey, and let's say that Connie Joe takes the survey, and Pierre says, what's your name? And she says, Connie Joe. And then the screen pops up, says, nice to meet you, Connie Joe. My name's Pierre. How many times a day do you check your email? And there's 3 options. I check it once, 2 to 3, over 3 times. And so she says, I check it 2 to 3 times a day. Next screen pops up, says, wow, Connie Joe, that's about the frequency that I check my email as well. And then the next question pops up, what types of email do you like to read? Do you like to just hear about special offers? Do you like to hear about stuff that's going to motivate you and make you feel good? Do you like to hear about tips and strategies? And then she selects tips and strategies. Next screen pops up. Says, Connie, I totally agree with you. What kind of tips and strategies? So there's a conversation that's taking place between Pierre and Connie Joe. Do y'all understand that? And that's what you're going to see with the Quiz Forma tool that I'm working on, where it's very, very conversational because I want to be able to plug it into what we're doing here, right? So now look at what they're saying here, Connie, so you get an idea. Let's see. Where's that? Good, full of information, somewhat caring tone. Let's see. They want me to succeed. Many are already my vendors, people I know, like, and trust. I feel like they care. Let's see. What else? I like the content they present. Let's see. The marketer, star rating. So if I were to ask you this, let's narrow it down like this. I can also survey you right here, quick on the spot, right? Do you prefer emails that talk about the special offers, the software, the webinar announcements? Would you rather hear about more motivational stuff? Would you rather hear tips and strategies? If I just went and shot a video sharing some new thing that we're learning or something that we're doing, and made a bridge page and sent you directly to the bridge page, out of those 4 choices, which one would you want? So look, Herbert's saying tips and strategies. Okay, keep going.
I was just going to ask you that.
Oh, I already know that. I'm over here reading your mind.
I know you are. That's so weird.
Motivational, tips and strategies, tips and strategies, tips and strategies. Are you seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
Tips and strategies, link to a bridge page, tips and strategies, motivational, then tips, then strategies. Okay, keep going. Keep going. And by the way, I'm not just asking for myself here. I'm trying to get you all to understand how you can be talking to your new list, right? Tips and strategies, motivational, tips and strategies. Hey, Pierre, I'll bet there's times where you think, you know what? He's just making up all these comments. These people aren't actually saying that. You're seeing it, aren't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Following you, golden as usual, tips and strategies. Okay, now watch. Would you prefer that it's delivered in a video format, Or would you rather us just type up the actual tips or strategy? Which one would you prefer? Okay, Pierre, here's what I want you to do. I want you to call off the comments that you're seeing. Starting with Keith Fields at 10:43.
Personal touch.
Keep going.
Carol, video. Herbert, video. Sandy, I like tied myself. Ken, video. Vicky, video. Dr. Jim, video. GR, video. Joya, typed. Glenna, written form.
So would we agree that most people want the video? So how many of you are starting to connect some huge dots right now? You should be like, light bulbs should be going through the roof right now. Because what do? We made it to where we didn't do it. Apple, iPhone, Android made it to where you could take this little thing right here and you could sit here in this chair and shoot a video saying, you know what, I was on this webinar today and I learned the most incredible thing to be able to build a list for free, right? And make massive sales in the process. And it all comes down to this right here. I'm going to tell you right now in this video. And then you can go and automatically create a bridge page right from your phone now, right, Connie? Right from your phone. Did you create a bridge page the other day?
Yes, I did.
And what was that on?
What are we doing on? Oh my God, I totally forgot. Wait, let me go on it. I have it right here.
I put her on the spot.
Yeah, I really am doing so much that it's hard to go back and forth on everything I'm doing, but he's right. I did do it a quick.
But here's the thing, I don't remember either, right? But we did create a bridge page. We did it for something. Or a lead capture page. One of them, I don't know. We did something. She did it. I had her do it, right? Well, now we mail that out.
For your podcast.
Oh, for the podcast. How many of you saw the podcast?
Yeah.
Who saw the podcast? Did everybody see the podcast? Yeah, absolutely. She did it. I didn't do it.
I was like, let me send it to him. I think they'll like it. Let me send it to him.
And you know what? Here's the thing. She was the one that thought, hey, we need to do a give. Can I do a give? I'm like, I don't know what it would be right now. I don't have time to shoot a video. She's like, well, you did that podcast. Can I do that? Who saw, do you have a link? Watch. I'm gonna give me a link right now and I'll share it. I don't even know what account it's in. Let's see. It was
Sean, or here, let me send it to you.
Tell me what the link is and I'll share that with you real quick. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. So look, redeyedeal.com/MBA-1. Okay, how long did it take you to make this page?
Oh, it was super easy.
How long did it take?
I don't know. I wouldn't say no more than 5 minutes.
No more than 5 minutes. How many of you saw this page? Yeah, she did it. She hit me up. I was super, super busy that day. And she's like, hey, we need to do a give to the list. I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, let's send the podcast out. For me, I'm going, I don't know if it's good enough. Do y'all understand? How many of you like the podcast? Yeah, but for me, I'm doubting it, going, I don't know. I don't know if it's good enough. And so that's why that's clearly a weakness of mine. I feel like I have to create a piece of software that's going to put somebody on the moon, or I'm not providing value. So I forget that, wow, this could be incredible for people that don't know this stuff, right? And so that's why it's good to let her come in and figure out, you know, how do we give more? How do we give more? How do we give more? Right? Obviously, we have Chris saying, hey, man, this is a great tool for them because they can create videos and they can enter one keyword and spit out all these tools and everything else. So he's able to go out there and line up promos with her now. but she's sitting here saying, how do we give more? How do we give more? How do we give more? Right? Carol's saying it would be nice if Perry would let you talk more. That will not happen.
She noticed.
Yeah, that will, look, Perry loves to talk, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He loves
to take over.
But look, man, like, understand this. Like, obviously, he's a little bit older than I am. So I say let's take as much wisdom from him as we possibly can, because we don't have him very much. You have me all the time. We don't have him as much. So I'm okay. I'm okay. And because the man is really brilliant. He's brilliant. He's genius. And to tell you the truth, he talks so fast that I never want to like jump in and interrupt him. Because if I jump in and interrupt him, he'll look right at me and say, I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. He'll like throw this little fit, right? So I just let him go. But anyways, we'll figure that out. We're going to make it like more of like an interview format. So we'll figure that out. But the main thing is that we have the consistency with it. And so we're doing it all the time. We have other sessions we've already recorded that we haven't even done because now we're doing the mastermind right now, right? But my point in telling you this is, how many of you got a lot of value in understanding how you can talk to your list? Every single one of you. There's a reason why I created a bridge page, folks. There's a reason why we made it so easy, right from your phone if you choose to create bridge pages. Because what did you do? You took this URL. Now look, this URL doesn't say Chad Nicely in it. It doesn't say succeed with Chad. It doesn't say poplinks.me. Isn't this what you mailed? Mm-hmm. How many people emailed you back and said, how dare you message me on this domain right here?
Oh, not one person.
Do y'all understand this? Like, the marketing that we're doing right now is what we want you to do. So we're not doing anything special with it, folks. We're not doing anything special with it. We're at the very bare minimal with what we're doing. Is that making sense? So now we know that people would like to receive tips and strategies. Now, how many of you can hop on these calls, whether it be me, whether it be Perry? How many of you could go through the course? Who could go through the course that we shot in Las Vegas and write light bulb after 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 light bulb, whether it be me, whether it be Perry? How many of you had some huge light bulb moments? So if you can do that, then take out your phone and talk to your list. Share those light bulbs. Man, if you're on a call with Matt Basak, who is really raw, but very genius, and he gives you a light bulb moment, then hop on there and say, hey, I want to share something I learned today from one of my mentors, and it was incredible. I really think you guys are going to like this, right? And then put it out there. And then say, and by the way, if you didn't grab the free software, if you didn't grab my free software, man, click the button down below. Grab that software. This is the next phase that we have to get you into. Is this making sense to everybody? This is what you have to learn to do. So look at the 3 phases again, okay? When you go out there and you do what Pierre's doing, let's say that you get an 80% conversion. Okay, great. Now, does Pierre have to promote our workshop? Pierre, I got a gun to your head, okay? If you promote anything but me, go ahead and move around. I'm following you as you go. If you promote anything but me, I'm going to take you out. Got it?
Okay, just turn around.
Do y'all understand this? Nobody has a gun to your head. No. If you got that lead capture page converting and you want to go promote something else, by all means, you're able to do that. I want you to understand this. Like, I just want you to succeed. I don't get anything from you when you get the sale on the workshop. All we're doing is growing that. But Pierre, if you found another offer, would you know how to swap it out so that offer appears next?
Yeah, it's easy. Just click under a special offer, make a link, add the vendor, add the link to the JVZoo, and then make my
Does it have to be JVZoo?
Or Warrior or
ClickBank, or you can go into Google and type whatever, affiliate program, and you can find something, right?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, folks. You're free to do whatever you wanted to do. I gave you the foundation, and I tried to bring in the very best people to teach this to you. But you're free to do whatever you want to do. I will get it dialed in. And, when that happens, great. But in the meantime, you're learning to fish. You're learning to fish, right? I want you to share your page, Pierre, if you can. Did you figure out how to do that?
Well, I'm just hitting the button, but it's not.
Did you say you're eating the button?
Share my screen, and it's gray out.
He did say he was eating the button. All right, let me see. If you click that little one that looks like a monitor, see, everybody heard that you're eating the button. It wasn't just me. I'm not just hearing things. Pardon my French. That's funny. Hey, say that for me, please.
Cliquez sur le bouton.
Okay, but say it in American terms. Say it.
Eat the button?
No, I don't want you to eat the button. I want you to say, pardon my French, but say it like the Grey Poupon guy. Just say, pardon my French, but put a little bit of a French accent in there.
Eating the button.
Say it in English.
Okay, perhaps I am not speaking English. Okay, there's 3 words I want you to say. Ready? Pardon my French.
We don't say it like this in French.
But I just want you to say it in English. I just want you to say the words, pardon my French.
Pardon, in English. Yeah. Pardon my French.
There. That's it. Okay. That's all I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear, you ever see that commercial, Grey Poupon? No, it's an American commercial. But they do a little French accent, so I wanted to see if it was close to what you were doing, and it was nowhere near. No.
In French is pardon pour mon accent.
So you have the right accent, but now you need to use the American words, and it might be close.
Pardon my French.
I'm just playing with you. Okay, so here's the thing. I totally lost track. Can you get your page to show or no?
Well,
if you can't, then I'm gonna go share it.
I would, but
hold on a minute. Let me see if I can. Hold on. How many of you want to see this page? Are you comfortable sharing this page?
Yeah, it's okay for me. Yeah, with me. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can show you all something that y'all didn't know I had. Okay, hold on. Log out. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if I come into Traffic Blast, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this. Is it still active?
Yeah, sure.
Is that a yes?
Yes, it is active.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. I'm not seeing it. I saw it the other day. I see a 43% conversion.
No.
Hold on
under PopLinks promo, special offer, PopLinks promo, and you have the page.
Hold on. Okay, I see it. Okay, so if I share my screen, and y'all are going to start to understand why I want you to. I know Chris said leave it open forever, but you're making headaches for me. Okay, so in my admin account, you're going to see that I'm over here and I can see everything. So we got a 37% opt-in, 56% opt-in. This one hasn't started yet. 39% opt-in, 58% opt-in. And then if we go to the next one, I think, 49% opt-in, 51% opt-in, 93% opt-in. This is the one you're talking about, right?
Yes, that's it.
And you're sure you're okay with me sharing this page?
Sure. Go ahead.
Hold on a minute. Let me make sure that people are. They might not be interested in seeing that, Pierre. I don't know. Let's see. Make them ask you for it, Pierre.
Do you want to see how it is simple to have opt-ins, to have leads, or not?
Are you getting any comments?
They don't want.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is what we can do. You should be able to do it in your account too. If you come over here and if you click this eyeball here, what it's going to do is it's going to open up his magic page, which is right there. And I think your page is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
It is. How many of you would agree that this is one ugly page?
Mm-mm.
It's ugly. Pierre, did I just hurt your feelings by saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look. It's like it was meant to be. Look at that. By the way, that's not what the Eiffel Tower looks like.
Mm-mm.
That's the American version of it, right? Because when I saw the Eiffel Tower, there was all dirt leading all the way up to it. And there was a bunch of people selling a bunch of stuff. They were sitting Indian style selling little trinkets and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Paris
the true.
is no more Paris. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so your feelings aren't hurt that I'm telling you your page is ugly. It's not only ugly, it is fugly. And dude, Christmas time is over.
Mm-mm.
You know, Christmas is all about green and red, right?
Yep.
Okay. But here's the thing. That is one fugly page. Do you care?
I don't mind. I get 91% is dropping.
Yeah, you know why? I'm killing your conversion right now because everybody's opening up your page.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But look, here's the thing. Why don't you care? Why don't you care? Why am I not hurting your feelings by telling you the page that you slaved away on, worked so hard, split tested, everything else? Why am I not hurting your feelings?
I get the list now.
You don't care. Folks, here's the thing. So many of us are spending so much time with colors and pictures and buttons and gradients and backgrounds. And I'm here to tell you, it does not matter, does it, Pierre?
Nope.
Are you okay putting the world's ugliest page out there and building a huge list with a 91% opt-in?
Very, very okay.
How many of you are okay doing that? Now, when we come over here, I have actually not done this, and I enter my details here. I'll get your conversion back up a little bit, right? When we enter our details here, he's taking them directly into the offer. And notice it went to number 3. Now, that's okay. If you want to take them directly into the offer, you can. Here's the problem with this. Okay, that's a Chris thing. Take them directly in the offer. Okay. When they get the email from you, guess who we don't know? We don't know who Pierre is. So, which one's the right way? He doesn't have a bridge page. He doesn't have a step 2. He went directly into the offer. So you can make that any offer you want, Pierre. So if I'm failing you with the conversion to this page, cover your own ass. Put an offer there that you know is going to work.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
You will not hurt my feelings at all, sir. I want you to succeed.
I know that.
Hurt my feelings at all. So, Pierre, there's no way that you can fail at this. You've got past the hardest part. You learn how to actually build a real list. Do you get it?
Yes. And
Could
it's
you
easy.
do it? Could you do it over and over and over and over and over?
As soon as I get this figure out, I just repeat, copy paste. All
Does
day
it
long.
make you feel? Does it make you feel better knowing that you could just do this?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I made a huge mistake in my business, folks, and we'll talk about the coupon here in a minute too. I made a huge mistake in my business, and I became an influencer. And I was telling Connie this morning, because she's like, "Well, we're going to get that 60-day SaaS thing going, and we're going to get this going, and we're going to get this workshop perfected, and everything else, and it's going to be really big and everything else." I said, I don't want to be big anymore. I don't want to open up my Facebook and have 85 personal messages from people, and I don't want to have all these emails, and I don't want to have text. Like I don't. I'm tired of it, right? You don't have to, Pierre. Do you understand that you don't have to have hundreds of thousands of people?
Yeah.
Look, the great Perry Belcher took 23 million people on his list down to 17,000. 17,000 people active. That's about as high as we can get. I'm the one in charge of it. 17,000 people are being mailed. Some of you need to hear this right now. If you look here, how many people are on this call, Pierre?
75.
75 people. Pierre, can you build a list of 70? Can you get 75 active people to believe and follow you?
Oh yeah, for sure. And even more, I think. Yeah.
That's it, folks. That's it. Less is more. This girl right here, she can go out there. She can go out there on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Can she get 75 people in the Latina market? Could she get 75 female inspired entrepreneurs to follow her? 100%. You know how she does that? If she stops and shoots a video and puts it on the bridge page, then you know her. That's it. That's the whole thing. And for some reason, people want to make this more complicated than it needs to be. Remember what I've been saying from day one. Something to sell, somebody to sell to. That's it. You can make it more complicated, but you don't have to. So what would you say, Pierre? And if anybody has any questions for Pierre, please ask, right? Because he's actually doing it. What do you think has been your biggest light bulb in all of this?
Just make the page. That's it. Just put the offer out there. That's the main step. And repeat.
And here's the thing. See, now people are like, what traffic source did you use? Doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Everybody thinks that you have a secret, Pierre, but I know the truth, and you don't have any secret. You don't have any secret.
I have one.
No, you don't.
Yes, I have one.
And what's your secret?
It's you.
No, I'm not a secret either. Look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody is making this whole thing more complicated than it needs to be. Let me ask you something. If you never ever see me again, If I'm like, okay, I did it my way, but I'm out of here, would you know how to set up a lead page if you never saw me again?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you know how to go out there and get traffic?
Yeah.
Would you know how to get an offer?
Yes.
Would you know how to write an email?
Yes.
Would you know how to set up an autoresponder?
Quite, yes. With some
Folks,
links.
there's no secret. There's no secret here. I taught you the same thing that a lot of people are teaching you. I just showed up for you and screamed and yelled and pushed and motivated you all. That's what I did. I just took you to church and said, I believe in you. I think you can do this. There's no secret. He did the work. That's it. He did the work. Everybody wants your secret, Pierre. How did you get 95%? How? Because they're programmed to believe there's a secret. Why? Because for the longest time, we've been seeing headlines that say, discover the 3 secrets to building a massive list and cashing in on offers and making money in your sleep. Discover the secret to getting in the top positions. Discover the secret. There's no secret, my friend.
They can opt in my page and I will deliver the secret.
There's no secret. The secret is this. Don't listen to anybody.
Yeah.
Once you know the steps, find out for yourself what works. That's the secret. We're all selling secrets because that's our business. But there's really no secret. There's not. I'm sorry. It's not as sexy as y'all thought it was. It's not. If you open up a magazine and you look over on the side and it says, go to this website if you want to learn how to do XYZ, you're doing the same thing, believe it or not. You're out there posting ads. You're just doing it with somebody else's list. That's how you have to start thinking about it. You're an advertiser. That's it. You're posting ads and you have something to sell.
True.
There's no secret. You can go make an ad in a magazine right now and send people right to this page. You'll lose your ass because it's a little bit more complicated than what we're doing. Could you dial it in? Sure. How are you going to dial it in, Pierre?
Making some ads.
Okay, I'm looking for one word that has 1, 2, 3, 4 letters.
Doing the work.
W-O-R-K. Good, but not the one I was looking for. 4 letters. You can cheat and look at the comments.
Build the list, no?
L-I-S-T. Close.
Making a video.
V-I-D-E. That's 5. 4 letters.
4. Oh.
They're giving you the answer. Everybody knows it but you.
I can't see the chat.
So what's it say?
I can't see the chat.
Oh, but how are you reading it earlier? Pierre. Yeah. The word is test.
Test. Oh yeah, for sure. Test.
The only way you're going to know is to test it. And if you get a 20% conversion, okay, well, what if I do this? Oh, I got a 23% conversion. Well, what if I do this? Oh, I got a 27% conversion. Well, what if I change this color? Oh, I got a 35% conversion. That's it, folks. So and believe it or not, this is what's going to absolutely blow your mind. If there was a secret, that's the secret to everything you're doing. Can you bring that laptop over here that we set up last night? That's the secret to everything that you are doing with every single piece of software you bought, with everything that you've ever joined. Okay, I went out, but here's the difference. Y'all went out there and did it, and it didn't work, and you didn't understand that you were in a testing phase. You just said it didn't work. And you gave up because you did exactly what that person told you to do. It didn't work. That was a ripoff. I should have never bought that. God, I hate that guy. That guy better burn in hell. He's a scammer. You didn't realize you were in a testing phase. See, no matter what, I know no matter what, that once I have a foundation of something, it's going to work. What if I told you, and we're in a testing phase right now, that we know, and I'm kind of having Connie do this, not me, we know for a fact that we have a great entry-level affiliate program. So now, most of the world doesn't understand the term affiliate, and we've done everything we can to kind of make it more sexy with terms like digital reseller or whatever that stuff is, all that stuff, okay? But what if I told you that right here, there's an outsourcer that logs into this computer all day, all night, being paid $3 an hour, and she's putting listings up in the Facebook marketplace. Okay, here, you can have this back. All the time. Now, it doesn't require my attention. I just had to know the right resources to put into play. But what happens is I want to get that dialed in so Connie can go out there on TikTok and everything and say, hey, did you know that you could buy low and sell high? So when people start to go to Walmart and purchase something, they can put it up on Facebook and make double or triple the profit. The next step is, well, what if you could create a digital business? Will that work? 100%. Do we have a base to start with? We do. Will I keep testing it? Am I pulling in the original description and the original photos and everything and putting it out there and seeing, okay, is that selling better? Or is it selling better if I rewrite the description inside of ChatGPT? I don't know. I got to figure it out. Well, but the course said just to take it exactly like it is and use this tool and pull this stuff in. Is that where I stopped? No, because when we did that, it didn't work. But here's the thing. I see other people where it is working. So if it's working for them, how can it not work for me? We have to look at this a little bit differently, folks. With everything you're doing, you are testing out the process. And you now understand that if you make simple little tweaks, you get different results. So yeah, marketers go out there and they put together a base program just like I did. How many of you would agree that if you go through that workshop that you have a good base understanding of how affiliate marketing works? How many of you would agree? Yes, say yes or no. You have a great base understanding of how affiliate marketing works. And if you go through the advanced stuff, then Perry blows your mind with his knowledge and expertise and everything else. Okay, good. So you have both sides of the fence. How many of you would agree that if you've ever listened to Matt Basak, Ron Douglas, Chris Jenkins, Frank Kern, Tony Robbins, whoever, Grant Cardone, that there's some other things that you've learned that you could put in addition to what I've taught you? Of course. Kern's going to teach you the 3-day money machine, and Perry's going to teach you this, and Ryan Dice taught you this, and there's so many things I left out. So couldn't you take my base understanding, where I'm really good is I'm going to motivate you and get you to do something, and if that wasn't enough, then I go and bring in the mindset guy, but couldn't you take my base understanding and everything else that you've learned and just apply those little things there? You keep hearing all about this Chat GPT. So couldn't you, what if you took Chat GPT and rewrote your headline, Pierre?
Yeah.
Have you tried to do that?
Yeah, I will test it.
Oh, did you hear what he just said?
I write it down and I will test it. Yeah.
Now, how many of you are really starting to understand the difference of what the most successful guys do versus what you have always done? Are you starting to get it, Pierre?
Yeah.
If I want to go out there and run ads now, Pierre, that's where my highest budget's going to be, but it's also my highest return on money. Do you think it's a good idea to go run an ad and spend $300,000 a day or something on a page that is not proven already?
Nope.
So if I go out there and I start with a $5 a day budget and I throw it to the page that we saw here on the screen, and I know that I need to get at least a 2% conversion on Facebook traffic or 3% or whatever I decide, and I come in at 1.5%, am I going to go increase my budget, Pierre?
I will test it and choose to keep on with the best results.
Is there some things we can change?
Yeah, tweaking here and there, testing.
I can't find the right words to express what I need to express to y'all. But I need you to see this as smaller than you do. I need you to see this as not so many pieces. You could have just one page. You could just have, now, is it sexy? Is it sexy for me to go out there and say, oh, you only get one page with this program? No, it's not. So do we have options? Yeah, we have to. Or it's not sexy. It has to be sexy coming in. Once you're in, then it's like, okay, here's what you need. And you only need one page. And you need to perfect that page. And the way you perfect that page from Pierre might be a little bit different, folks. Go change your button color. Go change the text. Stay away from fancy designs and gradients and everything. But wait a minute, Chad, you built a tool that gives you beautiful gradient backgrounds and you can put pictures there and everything else. How many of you think that's exciting? That's freaking exciting, isn't it? So what's it do? It gets you in the door. I sold you on it. I showed it to you. I showed you how easy we can make it, right? But here's the thing. Once you got in the door, what did I tell you? You don't really need that. You need very clean, simple, but ugly designs like Pierre created.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I talked to one of my friends about this great tool, and she entered, saw the tool, and said, "Oh, I can't do fancy, nice pages. It's just ugly pages." And she quit. And she didn't want me to explain or to show any results just because it was ugly. So, okay, I will come back later with some results and show her what the ugly pages are doing versus what she is doing now.
Pierre, could you be the ugly page guy from France?
Oh, I would want.
No. Could you be out there on TikTok and that's your thing? Fugly pages, man. You should go get that brand. You should go, you know what fugly stands for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be appropriate, but you could go get fuglypages.com. And that could be your thing. You could go on TikTok all day long talking about butt ugly pages.
The fugly guy
that make you the most money. Seriously. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
It goes back to that video that I told you all to watch a long time ago. Denzel Washington, Put God First. How many of you saw that video? If you didn't see that video, you're not in line with me. Honest to God, if you did not see that video, you're not in line with my visions. If you saw that video, you will understand where Nicely's coming from. But there's one line in that video, and he said, each one. So Pierre's doing the work. And now he can be rewarded by teaching other people how to do the work, just like your friend. So if I was you, I'd get on a call with her and I would say, you know what did you tell me at first? Well, I didn't like that tool because you couldn't build beautiful pages and everything else. And what did you learn? Well, I learned that you were getting way better conversions than I was, and you were doing a quarter of the work that I was doing. Is that an important message?
Oh, yeah.
That's an important message. It's called Put God First, Paul. How many of you are starting to see? Who's starting to connect the dots here? I look at this and it's very small. It's very small. Where it was big for me, and man, it was big and it was emotional and it was hard and it was almost impossible, was doing that live event and doing that much content in that event. That's the most stressed I have been in a long time. That's where it was big for me. And now it's a recording that somebody goes through and they're spending all that time with me and they're getting to know Perry a little bit and they're going through the 8 steps. That's it. It's become very small for me. And all I want to do, folks, and there's a little bit of a disconnect here and I have to fix it. I'm very grateful that Paul helped you, but it also scares me that Paul had to help you. Because as I said before, I can't scale it, folks.
I did the 8 steps, and it was a little bit, a little glitch in the final step. So I asked him to help me.
Right.
And I saw how great it is to help others. And he clicked here, this, and I say, wow, okay, I want to do the same.
So you bring up look, everything happens for a reason. You bring up a very, 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 very valuable point, Pierre. You are going to make a lot of money with this program, with any program you want, with your agency license that you have, the multi-client license, and maybe even going out there and doing more work, maybe writing emails for people, maybe optimize. Do you know there's people that get paid to look at a page and they say, change this color, change this button, do this? That's called an optimization specialist, Pierre.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Nope.
How many of you knew this right now? There is people that get paid to look there at a page and say, move this button up, shorten your video, change this color, add this word. They're called CROs. Look it up. CROs are some of the highest positions in our business, folks. It's conversion rate optimization. They're specialists, CROs. Now look, Pierre, do you understand that if you were to become an expert on testing, that's all you have to be, because you don't know the answer, Pierre. You can go to somebody that's in the health niche, and guess what? It ain't going to be black, red, and yellow stuff that converts. So, but you're an expert. You're like, well, what if we change this button to pink? And what if we change this headline? And what if it's more benefit-driven? That might just naturally lead down that way. If you go out there and start talking about fugly pages, people will go, oh, he's really good with conversions. Do you understand?
I'm seeing something here. After all the stress, after all the, will I have some results? You are putting us in a very, very, very comfortable place. Be the tester, the expert, doing this, and just one step at a time. It's easy. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. It needs to be easy, though. You're a business owner. It needs to be easy. If processes are complicated, then you're going to get frustrated, confused, and you're going to give up, and therefore it's not effective. So there's actually a hidden agenda with everything I do. I just don't always know it myself, but I know I'm leading people down that path. And where I'm trying to lead you to is, you're right, helping people, but picking up the phone and helping people, and hopping on Zoom calls and helping people. So what Paul did for you is great. The fact that he opened your eyes and showed you that you could do this with other people too, and you could do this with other people, right? And it doesn't even have to be anything with my program, Pierre. You could go out there and give away the piece of software, teach business owners how to generate leads, and then focus all of your trainings on how to get the very best pages to convert.
Yeah.
Okay, so that naturally starts to happen. We don't know the direction that you go, but you will end up going a direction if you're consistent with it and if you enjoy it, right?
That's right.
The problem that I have is when you bring somebody in, I want you working with that person. I don't want it to be somebody on my team to do it. Because number one, it's not scalable. As much as I love Paul, I can't clone Paul. I can't clone myself. I can't clone Connie, right? So it's not scalable. Yeah, it works for 100 people, but what happens when we bring in thousands of people at once? You have not once, I have a pretty large email list, not once have I said, P.S., make sure you grab my software. It's free, and you get 8 steps, and you get your own funnel. I can do that at any point, folks. I can put a lot of people in here, but I'm not going to do it until I know things are perfect. And if I still have to have people getting on calls to fix things, then somewhere I screwed up. And so now I'm trying to work with Paul saying, okay, well, what was Pierre's problem? What was Glenna's problem? What was this problem? What, not problem like what's their problem? No, like what obstacles did they encounter so I can fix that? Because if we don't have people where they can go through the course on their own and feel good about it and then do the 8 steps and be like, oh my God, I'm set up. This is the easiest thing ever. Then I don't have a system I can scale. And that's what's scaring me right now. And so when I started the call, I said, I'm kind of in recalibration mode, trying to bring all my eggs back in, saying, okay, somehow something got out of order here. How do I fix it? Does that make sense?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to be, working on those things and everything. But I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited because you've been around for quite some time. I'm excited that you had the breakthrough you were looking for. I really am. That's awesome. That made my day.
I feeling this will be big, very big.
Yeah, I hope so. Keep doing what you're doing. Look, Connie said this to me today. Alan said it too. You have to put the mask on yourself first. Okay. So if you're out there spending money on traffic and you're sending to a page that's not converting, find a page that converts, Pierre.
Yeah.
Find a page that converts. Turn that banner feature on that Chris had me build. I don't know if he's done anything with you guys on that yet, but I rushed to get that built. It's there. Cover your own ass, man. Get that offer to where you're making money and you're doing well and you can scale up, because I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up. Because here's the thing. If you stay in the opportunity niche, it really doesn't matter. You're still building that list. So you're still able to follow up with them and you're still able to say, grab my free software, grab my free software, So it works no matter what. I just got to make sure that you're building that list for free. Do y'all understand this right now? Is everybody getting what I'm telling you? Good. Cool. Any last words, Pierre? I appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you so much. And I will keep now on testing. Yeah, that's the light bulb moment is it's simple and it's just about testing.
Remember, less is more, Pierre. Mm-hmm. This business is super small.
Yeah.
Every part of it. One page, one follow-up, one list, one offer, 2 offers. It doesn't have to be real big. It doesn't have to be complicated. That traffic source that you're tapping into has been there since the very beginning of time. Ever since I got in this business, there's always been people that were willing to share their list. It has.
Okay.
And you get that dialed in, and there might be a time where you want to go out there and run ads, Pierre. No reason you can't.
I will.
No reason, right? All right, buddy. Cool.
Thank you so much.
You want to ask of him at all?
No, I mean, like he was saying, just don't get discouraged. Just keep trying. I was telling him this morning, because I am learning, his email and all of that. And it's just a lot to learn when you don't know anything. And it could be very, very overwhelming. I did run into a problem earlier this week when I was sending out his emails, but he's not here. He was at the event. And I know he's busy and I didn't want to like reach out to him and like bug him, but like it just wouldn't let me send out an email. I kept on getting a domain error and it was just so overwhelming. But, you know, I just like kept trying. I kept, you know, I went to YouTube. I kept like clicking on buttons. Long story short, I finally figured it out and it sent out. And as simple as it is, it made me feel really, really good. And it pretty much told me like, okay, Connie, you can do it. You're fine. Just keep going. But I did run into a problem. He wasn't here to help me. I was like nervous and frustrated and just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But I figured it out and I did it and it made me feel good. And pretty much told me, okay, Connie, you can keep going. All right, send out the next one the next day. And just keep going with all of you as well. Don't get discouraged. If I can do it, if I can figure all this out, you all can figure it out. Trust me.
Yeah, you don't think it's all that hard anymore, do you?
No, I was telling him this morning, I actually kind of enjoyed it. You know, once I know what I'm doing, once I like get to learn it a little more, once I like, okay, now I know to do this. Now I know to do that. But honestly, and that's with all of you guys, at least for me, which I know it's the same for everybody, the way I learn, it's not by him like talking. Yes, I get a lot of his information, but I have to go in there myself and do it. I have to go in there and start clicking and start figuring it out. And that's the way I learn the best. That's where it sticks in my head. That's where I'm like, okay, you know, last time I clicked here and it was a mistake. Well, I know I won't be doing that again next time. You know, so it's always, I learned a little bit more. And that's what everything versus if he is doing everything for me, he's spoiling me. You know, he's spoiling me and I'm not going to learn. So I finally just kind of pushed him aside and I'm like, let me take over. Let me do this. So that's why there was part of me, like, I don't even want to ask him because I want to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
And I learned it.
Yeah. You guys really don't want anybody doing the work for you. Because it's like you hire me to take you out there as your fishing guide. And I teach you how to fish. And then I say, okay, so you're good to go, right? And it's like I go off the boat and you go out there and you put your net in and you're like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't get the fish that I got when I was with him. So, that guy's waved me over there on the shore. So let me just go to him. He's like, oh, no problem. I got you. I'll show you exactly what you need to do, right? Oh, you know what? I'll just do it for you. So you truly didn't learn how to fish. And you had the knowledge, you had the experience, you had the expertise passed on to you. What you didn't do is you didn't put your net out in the water enough. You didn't put the bait on the hook. You didn't untangle your line. You didn't do all those things to have that experience. And that's what scares me. Because Kier now knows how to fish, don't you, Kier?
I know. I have just to get some more practice.
Yeah, he's got to untangle the line. He's got to put his own bait on the hook. He's got to take the fish off the hook. Right? I'm obsessed with fishing, by the way, right? He's got to do all those things, and he can't keep saying, hey, Connie, can you help me put the worm on the hook? Because she'll do it. Can you help me take this fish off the hook? It's all slimy. Like, you have to do that because you're going to be catching the fish all the time. And you need to be able to grab that fish real quick and go pop the hook and put your bait back out in the water. You need to be able to do that. And you can't rely on me. You can't rely on Paul. You know, we have training wheels on you right now. We really do. You remember the little tricycles with the little bicycles with the training wheels? You're just going around little circles here. And we're like holding you, making sure you don't fall, right? But at some point, I'm going to take those training wheels off and let you go out there and do your thing. And I'll probably never hear from you again because you won't need me. Believe it or not, you won't need me. You're this close to figuring out, okay, something to sell, somebody to sell to. I can set up a simple page, build a huge list, take care of my list. I don't need Chad anymore. Seriously. And I'm okay with that. I'm the stepping stone for you. Right? But we got to get those training wheels off so that you can go. And Paul is not letting you fall. And I want you to fall and I want you to scan your knee. And I'm not bagging on Paul, man. Thank God he's there helping you all get traffic and everything. That's great, right? And he's doing amazing on the support desk and everything else. But the talk I'm going to have with him is I want him to let you fall. And I want you to scan your knee. And I want you to be pissed off. I want you to get back up. And I want you to say, but you know what? I'm going to figure this out because I know that if I can make this go, then I'm able to get from this point to this point on my bike. I can do it. I can do it, right? But I know that I'm going to crash into a fire hydrant. I know somebody's going to trip me. I know I'm going to lose my balance. I know I'm going to do something stupid and let go and try to ride without hands, and I'm going to crash. And I need to know that I can get back on without help. It's the same thing, folks. There's too much mama bird looking after you right now. And in the long run, in the short term, it's helping, it's getting the win. In the long run, we're not helping you, we're disabling you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally agree.
How many of you are getting my message right now? Who is getting my message? It's a very strong message, and it's one that you need to get. It's one, and you can thank Miss Connie for giving you that message. She told you, I fell off my bike, I got skinned, I couldn't figure out, there was nobody there to help me. And since there was nobody there to help her, she figured it out. So when she encounters that again, she knows exactly how to deal with it.
There is a three steps process: understand, learn, and then teach. We understand by seeing, we learn by doing, and then we teach as we learn.
And as you teach, you're going to make more profits. People are willing to pay you to teach them because, Pierre, you have the secret.
Shh.
Are y'all starting to get this right now? Pierre, thank you so much. I'm going to show some updates and then we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate you coming on. You made it more entertaining than I can ever be. That's
Thank
great.
you so much.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye. Let me turn off my camera here. Do y'all want to see some updates real fast? I got them today. I have not validated them yet. I have not made it live, but let me go ahead and show you some of the things that we're doing over here. If I come over here, and by the way, I was on with my developer last night, and what did my developer tell me last night when he called me? Do you remember?
No.
He said, I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And what did I tell him?
You better figure it out. You better figure out a way to do it.
Figure it out. So I didn't even share this with you, but guess what? I got this video this morning.
He figured it out.
And he figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amazing, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He figured it out. Okay, can you all see my screen? So we're right on track with where we want to be. See that clone button? Right there. That's the first element that we got to be able to clone. So that's it. So I'm keeping the simplicity of this tool, but still giving you the ability to go into a full-blown page builder if you want to. But yeah, Connie will tell you that no, he said it couldn't be done. And it's just, that's what he was telling himself at the time. I had no problem telling him something different. What's more exciting for me is this right here. And I have not even seen this video yet. I just assume I know what's on this video. But if I open this up right here, you're going to see, let's see if I can get this to play. Let's just take a look at this for a minute. I think I know what this video is going to show. Okay, so this is Quiz Forma. So this is the questionnaire. Now, notice it's asking for your name up here, and then there's a splash that's going to pop up that says, thank you so much, Chad. This quiz is really going to help you. And then it's going to change in 5 seconds. See? So then there's all these different types and everything else. But now when we go to the front end, look at this layout here, folks. Okay, you see he's going really fast, but he's showing you how, and he didn't type in a name, but if he had typed in a name and hit the button, it would have said, thank you so much, Chad. This quiz is really going to help you, right? And then there's a drop-down answer here. So when you select the answer, based on what you choose, okay, now we're going to do it live. Based on what you choose, it's going to talk to you. Now, where did we see this done well, Connie? Do you remember?
What? No.
You don't remember where we first saw these interactive surveys?
Was it on that, like his and hers?
Nope. It was on Pinterest.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was on Pinterest. So one thing that, and I'll conclude here. Well, I want to ask you some questions really quick too, but let me see. Do you see where the controls went? I don't know where they freaking went. Where did those controls go? Okay, here it is. So one thing that I talked about when I was at Simon's event was I talked about how we build software and we build modules because we recognize an opportunity. So one thing that I recognized was the fact that people were throwing up images on Pinterest and then sending them to a quiz. And if there was big corporations that were coming in building these quizzes for these big dollar brands, and all of them were very personal like that. They all talked back. So somebody, and understand, take yourself out of this business. Who would be going through a quiz that's not familiar with software, not familiar with marketing? Like, you all are special. You're specially trained. Just the fact that you're on this webinar tells me you're specially trained. You know so much more than the average person, right, Connie?
Oh yeah, trust me. Yes.
So when you were to go through and take a quiz like that, before you understood this marketplace and before you understood we could go create software like that ourselves, and it asked you to enter your name or whatever, and the next screen popped up, said, oh, it's good to see you, Connie. What would you have thought?
I would have been like, oh my God, that's pretty cool. Is somebody talking to me right now or what?
You just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. So we saw the opportunity. We went and built software. So now if you connect the dots, not only do we have the video, not only do we have short form video, but you'll be able to take screenshots. Pierre will be able to take his ugly duckling pages, his fugly pages, and go load them up on Pinterest and say 98% opt-in. I build lists for free. Ask me how, and then send them to a survey. How long have you, do you have your own business? How long have you been in business? Tell me about your business. And every single step of the way, he's able to respond back based on what they're saying. So we saw that opportunity. So all of those things, all we do, folks, is I'm a big believer in each one, teach one. How many of you would love to go out there and hire an outsourcer for $3 an hour, and she goes and she finds products for you? She lists the products for you. She handles your store for you. She handles shipping for you, and you're making like 10 times your money. How many of you would love to learn how to do that? And if you did learn how to do that, how many of you would love to go out there on TikTok and say, you know what, you can purchase this coffee mug at the 99-cent store and you can go sell it in the Facebook Marketplace for $7. And then what happens? If you want to learn how, click the link down below. And we have FacebookMarketSecrets.com. And what do we have? PopLinks page. What do? We build a list. Scale of 1 to 10. How many of you are starting to get this right now? I'm a big believer in each one, teach one. And what I love, folks, is the belief. What are the minimal results necessary to get a desired win? I cannot express this enough. I don't want to know every single piece of software that I can use for the Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to learn everything about all the software. I don't want to learn about all the different platforms I can advertise on. What I want to know is what are the minimal steps necessary for me to get a profit? Because guess what, folks? I can can that process, and I can go out there and I can sell that process, and I can teach other people that process using PopLinks. Every time I make a freaking, I'm going to have her go out there in Walmart and pick something up and say, you know what, I can buy this at Walmart right now for $4. I can sell it in the Facebook Marketplace for $20. If you want to learn how, click the link down below. PopLinks page, bridge page. Do y'all get this? Do y'all understand what we're trying to teach you? There's a bigger picture than just your little workshop sales. Pretty awesome, right? So I can do it with the Facebook Marketplace. We can do it with Amazon. We can do it with Pinterest. I can put together a strategy teaching people how they can load a simple little image and they can make money from Pinterest. There's so many things you can do, folks. Pierre was the first one to say it today. Each one, teach one. I want you to type that in the chat. Go out there, do the work, and I'm going to tell you something else that you need to hear. You're not that important. Some of you need to hear this right now. You're not that important. Your pages aren't that important. I'm sorry, but you don't work for NASA. You're not trying to put people on the moon. We're not that important. If you screw up an email, so what? If you have a typo on your page, so what? It doesn't matter. In business, you make mistakes. You're a business. The biggest mistake you can make is not doing anything, right? The biggest mistake, and I'm the first one that's guilty of it. Well, if we send out that email, people are going to be confused. If I send out that email, people are going to be mad. If I send out that email, people are going to ask me about that one software we're having trouble with. So what happens? It stops me, just like it's stopping you all. But what you're missing is you're getting the experience to help somebody else. And when you can help somebody else, you can build that list. And when you have that list, you can make money from that list, can't you, Connie?
Oh, yeah, you can.
You're on a leaderboard right now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you're building your own list. Do y'all understand this? Are y'all starting to get this? The bare minimal information necessary, the bare minimal steps necessary to get the win. Package those steps so that you're getting the win. And that's what everybody wants. They don't want experts. They don't want people that know everything about this. They can't relate to them. What they can relate to is a stay-at-home mom that's sitting on her butt on the couch that is finding things over here on Walmart and throwing them up on the Facebook Marketplace and making more money than her day job. That's what they want. That's what they want. Huge opportunity for everybody on this call. Do you get it? But you won't figure out. All the frameworks are out there. All the foundations are out there. You take those foundations, split test them yourself, figure out what works for you, make little adjustments, take things you learned from me or Steve or Chris or whoever, plug them in. Ooh, that worked really well. Package that up, show other people how to do it. You don't even have to sell it. You can give it away to build a list. That's it. That's been my secret the whole time. So you can ask her. I'm like, oh, man, that's a great opportunity for the masses. How many times do you hear me say that?
Quite a bit.
What am I saying? That's a great fit for the whole world. Perry's up there with Jason Flanagan in a mastermind of 60 people that at least make $1 million a year. Okay, great. That's a pin drop in the world. So he wants to. It's what you want. It's what you want. All right. So the email's going good.
Yeah, no, the email's going great. I mean, like you said, I try to like send myself like tests before I even send it out to everybody, but there's been a couple times where I didn't catch something where I misspelled it or one, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't tell him because I don't Well,
And did they bitch you out?
but nobody bitches me out. Nobody ever says anything. And I mean, the more I do it, the better I get. But like nobody ever complains. I've made mistakes and I get so embarrassed and I'm like, oh my God. But I just keep doing it. Get better, you know?
But you know what? It's good because they know you're real.
I hope so.
No, they know you're real. Like if you go copy a swipe, swipes are usually perfect. Do you see them? Like it's okay to be human, folks. It's okay to be human. Some of you need to be human. Some of you need to be human on camera. I showed you, get out there, walk with your dog, whatever. Like just be real. Just there's no, you don't have to act here. You don't have to, just share your life. That everybody on this call said they wanted a friend. I felt like he was talking to me. I felt like I had a friend. I felt like he really wanted me to succeed. Be a friend. Don't be a marketer. Be a friend. That's it. That's all there is to it. But for the longest time, how many times I kind of got mad at her? I'm like, look, I have laid everything out for you. I've shown you everything, but you keep talking yourself out of everything. You keep talking yourself out of shooting that video. You keep talking yourself out of doing this. You keep talking. And if you would just get in there and do it, you would see that you're like, oh my God, I told her, I'm like, you're going to come back at me and say, you know what? I feel so stupid because this is so easy.
You all think I get a break from him? Like, I don't. I do not get a break. I think if anything, I get it the hardest out of everybody.
No.
Yes, I do. But you know what? It pushes me and I do it.
But you do it. But look where you're at now. But you needed that talk, didn't you?
I did.
Because it was a lot easier than you thought.
Well, yeah, of course. You know, I step into this world, like I said to you guys before, that I didn't even know existed. And there's, you know, Spanish is my first language. So that I hear all these words that I never even heard of growing up. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, you can ask him. I asked him, what does that mean? What's the meaning of that? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that? I still ask him. So it was a little bit overwhelming. It's very overwhelming, actually. But yeah, you know, time passes and I keep trying, and it does get easier. So if I can do it, you all can.
Let me tell you one more thing too. When you crack the code to your bare minimal results, that's what I want you to do. I want you to figure out a process that is as small as you can make it, but make it work. When you figure that out, you need to go out there now. Time is of essence. You have to go out there now because tomorrow it may change. Don't get this? It may change. So if you're trying to perfect it and everything else, it's going to bite you in the ass. Somebody's going to steal it from you. Something's going to change. Some trend's going to hit. You need to go out there now. And you go out there now, you build the biggest audience that you could possibly can. You build trust and rapport with those people. You make as much money as you can. And guess what? You might have to do it over with something else. You might have to. And if you're worried about AI, you should be worried about AI. You really should. You really, truly should. Okay? So we're right there on the 2-hour mark. Just really quick, how much value did you get? Scale of 1 to 10, real fast. Scale of 1 to 100, how much value did you get? I should make a post and everything, but I'm super hungry. 10, 100, 100. Any last words, Connie? Anything at all?
Nope. I mean, just go out there and try it and be confident. You know, even if you fail, who cares? Just do it again. You know, keep trying. And I promise it'll get easier. It will. But one thing I know in life, you will never learn until you fail. That I've learned.
Yep. So go out there, fall down, fix it. I got you covered, Dr. Jim. I'll do it today. Everybody else, thank you so much. I'm going to go get me breakfast, and we'll keep y'all updated with what we're doing. So bye, everybody.